Hi everyone, welcome back to part 2 of my little fashion tips with my mascot, my little mini series. Today we are diving into the second sort of tip that I have to give you. And so today we are creating an outfit that complements the LPS's fur or base colors, like whatever not all of them have fur obviously, so just whatever that like skin base color for that kind of stuff, if you know what I mean. Okay, now this can be something that can be both easy and sometimes a little bit hard, but it all depends on the LPS you're trying to style, most of the time at least. But I'm going to start with what is probably arguably the easiest kind of pets to style, and that is white pets. Right, so the first example I brought over of a white pet this is my OC August's mom, and she is kind of more of like an ivory or like an off-white, but she's still a white pet, so I decided to bring her over as an example. And as I'm sure you can tell, I currently have her in this, like, she doesn't stand up very good by herself, but it's kind of like this slightly muted, kind of gingerbready brown color. And I chose the skirt, and then I tried to match the earrings because they're like a similar kind of brown. Now, white pets can always pull off neutrals in my opinion, but I would stray away if you have a white pet from putting too much white on the white pet, because at least in my opinion you won't really see it very well and it might kind of just wash out and blend in too much, and then you won't really be able to fully appreciate the outfit that your white pet is wearing because it's white and you can't really see it. However, feel free to put your white pets in some of these other neutrals that I think are usually better. So as you see here, you can use like shades of brown, or you could use blacks. Well, black is really only one shade, but or shades of gray, which is another neutral. It's not always an exciting color for some people, I'm sure, but it's an option and it's a neutral, so I wanted to throw that out there. Alright, next up we have my recently acquired ponytail kitty. I was originally going to use a different pet that was white for this, but I can't find him, so we're gonna have to make do with this girly. She is more of a like super true white pet, if you like obviously exclude the pink tones, but that's just, I'm talking about like the base, and even her hair is like a super true white color. Now, if we use our knowledge again from last time, we could pair with this like forest green color in her eyes, which is actually kind of similar to my mascot's eyes. Just a random like little thing I noticed. But as I'm sure you're wondering, how do I know what's gonna look good on a white pet in terms of colors? Now, one of the things that you maybe already know or could think of at least is just testing out colors essentially. So, you know, you can hold up a color to the pet, and usually even just holding it up can give you a pretty decent indication of whether that color is going to look good on the pet or whether it's not like a super good fit. But since we're working with white pets currently, I'm pretty sure we're not really going to have a color that looks terrible or anything. Now, you might have some that feel like they look better than other colors, and that's totally valid. So let me just grab a couple. I have some like random little bit of accessories I brought over, so we can do this. We can test it out. We can see what we think is going to be good. I think this would be really pretty on her. It's like a pastel color and looks really nice with the light white tone of her fur. And I also think it isn't even a bad match for the eyes. Now, I swear it was not intentional that I grabbed this color, but I think this would look really good on her. Now, if you grab something and you hold it up and you're still not 100% sure if you're gonna like how it looks, you can simply put it on the pet and like fully try it on. But for now, I'm just gonna hold up like a couple more examples and we're gonna see how they look. Okay, yeah, I think that's not bad. I don't know if I like it as much as the first color, in my opinion, but I think it still works. I don't know how well it looks with the color for eyes, but I think it does work with the white because, again, it's the neutralist of neutral colors, besides black. So I'd say this is like a decent color, but maybe not my favorite. Now, this doesn't have a ton of color on the majority of it, but it's still purple in the middle, and I just was curious how it would look. This is another neutral color on the outside, and it doesn't look too bad with her, and I think the purple is looking decent. This is one that I would maybe say isn't necessarily the absolute best match, but that's why we hold things up. That's why I like to do this, so that I can get an idea, like, how much am I gonna like this on the pet. And then, as I said, if you really still aren't sure, just try it on the pet. You know I had to do it. If you know, you know. Yeah, that's that's all I'm going to say for now. But next we're talking about neutral pets, and I mean, how could I not go with Lance? I mean Aaron. I did not know. I didn't see. I know who he is. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, no, but seriously, we're starting this next little section with neutral pets, which I would arguably say is the next easiest pets to dress, because they've got a little bit of color, they got a little bit of something, they got a little spice, but they're not like super colorful, they're not like bright green or red or orange or blue or whatever. And so I'm gonna start off with Mr. Aaron here, who happens to already be wearing black. So we're already using the rule of looking good in neutrals. So again, you can put neutral pets in neutral colors and they're gonna look good. Honestly, I think you could put any pet of any color, any color at all, and it should look good in like black or white or gray. Let's see what is gonna look good on Mr. Aaron here. Now, yes, this is a bow and I'm holding it up to a male OC of mine, but we're doing it for the color and not what the accessory actually is. But I think this is actually pretty nice on him. Like, the color I think actually looks really good. Now, this is also sort of sheer, so I might think slightly differently if it was like more, is it opaque? Whatever the word for a solid color is. You'd think I'd know better. I took art in high school, but it's all good. So I think that's good. I think that one would be good. Orange. I don't know if I would have thought to put him in orange, but it looks good with his eye color. I would say that for sure. I don't know if it's like the best, most absolutely perfect color for him, but I do like it. It's not bad. And, you know, something orange. We just had, excuse me, Halloween. So he could have looked really cute for Halloween in orange. Not this. I wouldn't have put him in this, but, you know, this is just, again, for color purposes. So, yeah, I'd say that's not bad. Okay. Yeah, he's not bad in green. I know I could have taken the black off, so hopefully that doesn't throw you off, but I haven't taken, he's been wearing this since I've been filming with him, and I don't want to take it off, so you're gonna have to bear with that. But I think green, again, we're doing the hold up method, and I think green would work. So that's just 3 examples with our lovely Mr. Aaron here, but he's also Lance in my heart. He's not the Lance, but he is Lance, so if you know why he's here, then I love you for that, but it's okay if you don't. Alright, gang, let's move on to the colorful pets. Yes. Okay. I randomly grabbed this bright green iguana. I just thought since he's nice and bright and vibrant, he would be a good pet to use as an example. So we're gonna expand a little bit now. We're gonna add a few more little bits to what we've been working with here. So obviously you can do what I just did with the last two examples. You can hold up colors, but I also want to give you some other ideas on things you can do, so let's do that. First, like any pet, as I said before, you can do the neutrals or you can do the eye thing, and we already know all that good stuff. But now, not to get super technical here, but he's green. And if any of you know or took art or just, you know about like color wheels, you probably know the fact that green and red are, what's the word? They're like color pair. They match. They're complementary colors. That's it. I swear I knew it. I swear. So we could put him in red. That's one thing that I can think of. But I think if we do, he's gonna be giving Christmas vibes, and it's a bit early for that, so I'm gonna avoid that. But I just wanted to point out there that you can use the color wheel if you want. Alright, now here's where we move on to a different idea. So, if you don't want to hold up stuff, or you're just kind of getting tired of that, or you want a new sort of different idea, another thing that I personally haven't tried super often, but I do occasionally try it, and it can be kind of fun, is using color palettes. Now this is something that you can easily find just by searching online, or what I do just because I have it is I like to use Pinterest. I am a big Pinterest lover, if you didn't know that already, or if it wasn't something that felt like my vibe. I love Pinterest. I have lots of boards, and one of them is even specifically devoted just for color palettes, but I'm also like an artist and stuff like that, so it's got multiple uses for me. But I digress. So what I've done is I myself have gone onto my Pinterest and I've looked up some color palettes specifically that have this vibrant green, or at least as close to this color as I could find, and I'm gonna put them on the screen. We're just gonna go through like a few examples so you can see like how you can utilize color palettes into dressing your colorful pets, or this works for any pet. So you can put in, even if you want to put in like color palettes with white, color palettes with black, color palettes with beige or brown, or whatever the color is that you want to find stuff to go with, you can just put that color in and it should give you some results. I will say, don't feel discouraged if you don't see the exact color you want straight away, because Pinterest, it's not, sometimes it might feel like magic, but it's not always magic, and it can take, you might have to scroll a bit to find exactly what you're looking for, so don't feel bad if you don't see it right away. Just do some scrolling and I'm sure you'll find something that works for you, or if this doesn't really appeal to you, that's okay too, but I'm just giving it as an example. So let's bring up the first color palette, shall we? Let's see. Here we've got a fairly simple palette. It should show up on the screen for you, at least for a little bit so you can get it into your brain. We've got green paired with orange as the main color. It's honestly giving me citrus vibes, and I think that's kind of fun. So if we take that into account, let's see what orange would look like on this iguana. I think this probably would fit on him, but it was a little difficult, so I kind of just put it on his tail for now. But this is just so we can see the color, and I'd say this is honestly looking good. I think we could definitely say that he can pull off orange, and it is giving those sort of citrus vibes that I mentioned, and I think that's cool. So, oh, it's kind of fallen off. Okay, but you saw for the minute, and if we hold it up to him, it looks good. I like it. Before I show you the second one, I also want to mention, if you find a color palette that you like and would like to try, but you don't have anything in the other colors of the color palette. So let's say you did what I just did, you found the orange and green one, but you don't really have anything orange or anything that's exactly that color. It's okay to use just the closest match that you have. It doesn't need to be exactly 100% perfectly the exact same shade of orange. Or if you really just don't have anything to go with the palette that you like, you can always save it for later, especially if it's on Pinterest. You could save it to a board or download it to your phone or something like that. And just save it for later when you might have the colors that you want. Alright, the next palette I found should show up here in a minute, and it has fuchsia, and that's not a color I was honestly expecting to pair with green. I mean, when I think about like flowers and stuff, it makes sense, but somehow I didn't think to like correlate that with a green iguana, so that's cool. I like that kind of, you know, something different. Alright, so I went with this pink flower. He is a guy in my collection, but anybody can wear anything. I wholeheartedly believe that, so he's wearing a pink flower, and that's just how we're doing it. I think this is a pretty good color to go with his green color. I think this is another one that works well. So I'd say this is a win. Okay, the last palette I have to show you is, it should be showing up here, is a completely green palette, which somehow I completely overlooked or didn't think of when I started talking about palettes, but Pinterest is so right. You can just like use different shades of the same color. I honestly don't know if this is gonna end up looking like too much green, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna do it for you guys. We're gonna try it. Okay. I know he probably looks kind of silly, but I only had so many green things like with me. So we've got this green hat and this green skirt. The skirt is actually a pretty similar color to him now that I'm looking at it better. But the hat is a different shade of green, so let's just pretend it works better than it does. Okay, so I don't really like this personally. I think this is a bit too much green that's happening just because he's so green already, but it might be that I just didn't use enough different, or didn't have with me enough different shades of green. Like maybe if I had some really lighter greens, because he does have under here some lighter green on him, so maybe if I worked with that it would look a little bit better. But that's just my opinion. If you like this, then that's really awesome, and I'm glad that you do. It's just not for me personally, so I think if I was gonna do this again and recreate like a bunch of green on a pet, that I would go for a more neutral pet, or like somebody that's like black or white, where I think in my opinion it would have a better chance of looking and standing out more. Before we move on quickly, I also wanted to mention, this is similarly to palettes, but if you don't really feel like going for the palettes, or you just want to try something else entirely aside from the first two things that I've shared with you, is you can simply look online, just look up what looks good with the color that you're using. So for example, I looked up, for example, of this guy, I looked up just on Google what colors work with bright green. So I will insert a picture of the results I got. I was a little surprised by some of the colors, but some of them not, because it did give me some neutrals. But let's see. So if we look at the picture that I got, it's just a screenshot of the thing that I looked up. We have pink, brown, gray, which I'm not surprised at, and yellow and blue. And that blue is pretty vibrant, so I was not expecting that. Now, I'm not going to show you what these look like. I just wanted on this pet, but I wanted you to just have this as another option. Alright, if you're still with me this far, thank you for making it this far into the video. And so I'd like to wrap this up just by talking a little bit about patterned pets and super colorful pets, and like shiny and sparkly pets, those kinds of pets. So I've brought over my Deco paint. Oh my god, Deco Dane. My Deco Dane Asher, as you may know him as. And he's got at least 3 different colors of tattoos aside from the black. So we've got blue, yellow, and pink, as I'm sure you can tell that he's got like as his tattoo colors all across his body and face and such. Even his ear, he's got like some on his ear, and then there's like a bunch. There's just lots. And yeah, so he's got at least 3 colors that you could potentially work with, I think. So I think if you choose like similar shades to the colors of his tattoos, that they would probably, I think, look good on him. I'll see if I have anything. We can try at least one of the colors. Oh, I do have this. It's a skirt, but if we just hold it up for the color's sake, I think, yeah, I think you maybe could. It would be better if I had this color on like a collar, because then I could actually put it on him and it would just be more realistic, because I don't think he would wear this and I don't think I would put him in this, but it's a pretty good color match to this blue color, so I would say that you probably can go for his tattoo colors as like colors that he can wear. I think sometimes with more colorful pets, it can be better just to do a bit of trial and error. You can also type in, because his base color is like it's gray, but it's like a warm gray. So if you look up maybe like colors that look good with warm gray or something like that, that might also work, I think. But don't worry, I struggle too, so I think this is just one of those ones that it might be better just to try stuff out and see what you like and see what works good for you. Okay, and the last kind of pet that I wanted to just briefly talk about is this sparkly and shiny bunny. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about sparkly and shiny pets, and even this one because it combines the two things together, is because I wanted you to be aware, or like just be cautious, that you probably don't want to put super sparkly or super shiny clothing items on super shiny and super sparkly pets. Like if we take this one for example, let's say you've got a really, really sparkly like pink skirt and you want to put it on this bunny. Well, I don't know if you could, but hypothetically, it might begin to feel like a bit too much because there's already so many sparkles going on from the insides of the ears to like this sort of kind of like eyeshadow in a way above the eyes, and even like the flower right here is sparkly and she's shiny. So I just wanted you to be cautious when you're dressing up pets like this, that the more sparkly shiny stuff going on, the more I would caution just to limit the sparkly shiny stuff that you put on it. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching and making it to the end of this video. I really hoped you liked and found these tips useful, and as always, if you have any questions or if anything I said wasn't like super clear or you just want to know about something, feel free to put any questions you have in the comments down below. And I will tell you that I do have at least like 3 to 4 more tips and ideas that I'd like to talk about. So there will be more parts to this coming soon, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye!